If you identify yourself as a highly conscious being, a chosen one, or a light worker, and wonder why you have no friends or you are not in a relationship, then this video is going to give you answers that you have been looking for. As a highly conscious being, there will be a time that you are completely isolated, you are not around any friends, and you probably lost all your friends, and you're not in a relationship, you find yourself alone. And that time might be now for you. And this is why I am sharing this, because it is so important when you are in isolation and you are alone. You need to understand why that is happening, why you have to be in this isolation, why God is making you isolated. It is important to understand a deep reason and meaning why this is happening to you. And I have gone through that process myself. So I am speaking from experience, and I faced those challenges and difficulties, those doubts when I was in complete isolation. So if you are in that space, I am completely in empathy with you. That is not an easy place to be in. And this is why it is important that you become aware why you have to go through this process and why it is important for you to understand this process so that you find some solace, some ease, some peace whilst you're on this journey of isolation. So, the number one reason why you are in this isolation and this alone time where you are losing all your friends, where you have no relationship, and you find yourself so alone, so much in pain, feeling in so much despair because you feel like nobody likes you, nobody wants to be around you, and you know that you are that light worker, this conscious being, this chosen one who has so much awareness but finds themselves in this space where nobody feels like nobody connects with you because you seem so different and your thought process is different and you are this awakened being and you can't connect with people in that way. One of the reason this is happening is because it is important for your spiritual growth for you to go through this process. And this process seemed like a dark night of the soul where you're in complete isolation, where everything around you is collapsing, nothing is working out, people are leaving you, people are misunderstanding you, people are not resonating with you anymore, and you are not in any kind of relationship. And that is the time which is required for your spiritual growth to have this complete dark night of the soul. It has to happen for you to understand who you are, to understand your being, your growth as a spiritual person, as awakened being. This time is so crucial for you to have with yourself. And it does feel like a punishment. It feels like God is punishing you in some ways. And if you are in that space, then I want to assure you that it is just part of the process of this awakening, this process of awareness, this process of understanding, this process of shedding. It's all part of the process. So if you are in that space, you meant to be in this space. And you need to embrace this space and understand this has to happen for you to grow spiritually. You have to have this dark night of the soul for you to completely embrace who you are. Because part of you might be in denial, part of you might be resisting, part of you might be in complete unacceptance of what is happening. And this inner fight that you're having is necessary for you to understand yourself fully. And because you've been chosen to go through this process, to understand and to become aware of your light, it has to happen. And it is a painful process. But because you are the chosen one, you have to go through this process and you have to feel this, what is happening. You have to feel it completely and fully. The sooner you accept this alone time, this isolation, this awakening, this awareness, this pain, the easier it's going to be. And that leads to the second point I want to make is that the reason you are alone because you have to transmute the pain you have within you. The pain that you have been carrying for years, the pain that maybe have been caused by other people, the pain caused by your past experiences, all of that is going to come to surface. And this is the process of transmuting your pain, transmuting this feeling, this past experiences, this trauma, all of that is going to come to surface. And this isolation is really for you to face those triggers. People are going to trigger you. People are going to really trigger your feelings. So you will feel triggered by your own people, your family members, people who are around you, people who were around you. There will be a lot of triggers will coming up. And this is why your isolation is important. This is why you need to transmute and process all of that pain in this isolation. You will find it hard to connect with people. You will find it hard to be around people because of all that triggers. And you would feel that nobody understands you. All of that triggers is going to come to surface. And it's the journey of transmuting, releasing those triggers, those feelings, those trauma. And you may want to do that on your own, and you may need to seek help from somebody to process that triggers and that pain. And that's something you have to make a decision on. If you decide to do it on your own and process that, it might take weeks, it might take months, it might take years. But do realize that being a chosen one, being the light worker, you have to come in front of your own pain, your own trauma. You have to face them. And that leads me to my third point, which is that you have to face your own darkness, your own demons, your own inner enemies that have been created over the years by going through the pain, the challenges, the experiences, the trauma. You have created all these inner enemies and you have to battle them. These conflict, you have to battle them. You have to do it so that you can release them and they will all come to surface. And that's why you are a light worker, because you have to bring all those things on surface to fight them, but with kindness, with compassion, with feeling them, with releasing them. Because only the chosen one and the light worker and the highly conscious being become aware of these things, and they have to fight that in some ways to release those inner enemies. And this inner battle can feel really uncomfortable, very painful, and that's why you are being isolated, and that's why you are alone, because You have to fight, you have to let go of all of this. And if you are not going to let go of all of this, you are going to be in suffering. And some people can let go of this sooner, and some people can take years. But it is up to you how you choose to face your own enemies, face your own inner demons, inner darkness, inner enemies, and how you process that. And there are no timelines. It can take years, it can take months. It is up to you how you choose to see that. Some people can be stuck in that for years because they are not ready to release that pain. They are not ready to let go of that pain, and they keep fighting. They keep fighting with themselves for years and years. And they are in this battle for years. But as a chosen one, as an awakened being, you can see what is happening. Because people who are unconscious, they can't even see that. But people who are conscious, who are the light worker, who are the chosen one, they can see what is happening. And the sooner you realize what is happening, sooner you can transmute, you can let go, you can release, you can heal. And that's the journey of being the awakened one. Being the awakened soul is the journey of releasing all of this so that you become aligned to your light, your guidance, your intuition, your truest being, your essence of who you are. And the way you do that is by releasing all those inner enemies, releasing all those feelings, and releasing all those battle that you have been causing yourself for over the years, if that has been over the years. So realize this isolation has no timeline, and it is up to you how quickly you can come out of this isolation, because you have the free will to choose. God has given you this free will to choose. So choose whether you want to stay here for a longer period of time, whether you want to transmute this sooner. So it is your choice. Another reason why you are isolated is that this isolation is going to bring you closer to God. It will bring connection with God even stronger, feeling that connection so strongly within you. And that is the process, that you have to be in isolation to be in that connection, because it is hard to be connected to the pure light, pure source when you are distracted with everything else that happens. For you to have the deeper connection, you need to be in isolation. And this isolation is blessing for you to recognize that this time you can use to build your connection with God and be a lot more closer to God, so that you are aligned with that source light, the source energy, the source. I am speechless with the words, because words can't comprehend what I'm really trying to say, because this light is magical, and the God is this creator can't explain it the way it feels, because it is so strong, and it feels such a beautiful, beautiful feeling that once you are deeply connected, you don't need anything else. You are so fulfilled, you're so content that any attachment, any feeling that you feel like you need, that need goes away, because you are so in alignment with God, you are so in alignment with this source, you are so in alignment with this light, that there's no other thing is meaningful for you. If it comes to you, you are truly grateful, but you are not desperately seeking that. You are complete when you are completely connecting with God. You are fully complete in every sense of being. There's nothing you need. And this isolation really allow you to be in this space of completeness, this space of complete alignment. And it's hard to explain it in words because words fail you when you feel this feeling. Yeah, that's all I would say on that point. And another reason why you are in this space of isolation and feeling alone, and people are leaving you, and your friends are ditching you, and you are not attracting any relationship, and you feel this like there's nobody in your life, everybody's leaving you. When you are in that space, that is your test. God is testing you for being a chosen one, for being this light worker, for being this being that you are, that you have awakened to, this highly conscious being, this having this super consciousness. God is testing you whether you are able to walk this path of being the chosen one, being the conscious one. Can you walk this path? Are you able to walk this path? Or do you fail? Do you get into that misery, this despair, this feeling that I'm not worthy of living? And that is the test. And if you are in isolation and you feel this despair, then please do realize you are being tested. You are being tested for your light, that if you are able to follow through, if you have this strong faith that you can follow through, or would you fall behind? Would you despair? Would you blame God or people for being in this isolation? Really become aware this is just a test for you to recognize and realize your own light, your own being, your own spirit. Really realize that you are being tested. And if you do not realize, and if you get into this darkness, then this is the moment for you to really think about why you are in this isolation. And this video is really for you to recognize it is meant to happen, and you have to keep the faith. You have to keep moving forward. You have to embrace this isolation. You have to trust God and the creator of all that is, that this meant to happen. And you are embracing this time, this moment, this isolation, and trusting that everything is going to work out in your favor, and you are not going to go into the despair. You're not going to go into blame. If you're going into blame and if you're going into this despair, then recognize that you will come back to this space of understanding, this space of awareness, this space of deep knowing that's all meant to happen for you to recognize why it was happening. And there's so much more I can say, but I suppose with my light, with my energy that is being communicated, whether I can say it with words or not, but you can feel it in your body, what I'm saying, with my energy, with my light. And I don't have to say it in so many words, but I just want you to understand deeply what you feel is the truth. And if you feel what I'm saying resonates and it gives you that shiver, that energy, and that vibration, then the truth is operating in you. And this is why you are getting this shiver, this energy, this light, because that is the truth. And your soul recognizes the truth. So if you feel anything from this video, if you get those shivers, this energy flowing in you, that just means that the truth is operating in you and your soul recognizes this truth. So all I'm going to say, this is all you need to know. There's nothing more you need to know. And If you want to go deeper into this and you want to heal your triggers and you want to heal all this pain that you're going through and you need some support and help, then I do have a masterclass linked below for you to watch. It's a free masterclass, but that can lead you to possibly us working together. And check out that free masterclass and see if that resonates with you. And if what I say resonates with you, and if you would like to go deeper into this, you can connect with me and we can work together. But otherwise, like this video if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And may the light in me reaches the light in you.